Hey guys, Don with PRMI. I want to tell you a story about what happened to me last week and see if maybe you guys can relate a little bit. There I am about to purchase a $20 item online, and I couldn't decide between one or the other one. And what ended up getting my click and ultimately my dollars was the reviews. The reviews is what the tipping point was for me. So my questions to you as solar companies are, what are you doing to get reviews? And not just what are you doing to get reviews, but what is the customer experience and is it warranting reviews? It's interesting, as we worked with a lot of different clients. We've met some people that have loved their solar company, and we have met some people that have just hated their solar companies. One of the stories in particular that stands out, or experiences that stand out, is a gentleman was livid. He said, every time I pull into my garage, I see my solar panels and it pisses me off. And the reason so is because what the solar rep told him versus what it was were two different things. Now, instead of becoming a raving fan or somebody who was always going to tell his neighbors about him, he loves the solar system but can't stand the company. And it comes down to the financing that he chose. I'm sure the solar rep at that company probably told him what to do and what was going to happen, but somehow or another there was a miscommunication and he didn't execute on it. In the financing that he took, there was some pretty big penalties because he didn't do things in time, and he also didn't qualify for some tax credits that the solar rep told him for sure he would do it. As a result, nothing again to do with the solar panels or the company, but as a result of the financing, he was livid. And because he was livid, he was never going to refer in to anybody. In fact, he'd been an active detractor or actively telling people not to do business with this solar company because of the financing. So I bring that up to talk a little bit about our equity financing play. One of the good things about it is what it is. It's going to be that way on month 2 and on month 120 or month 180. There shouldn't be any surprises. There are some things that they have to do, but they have to do that in the very beginning. Once they sign those loan papers, the financing is what it is. They get to keep their tax credit. Their payment isn't going to be contingent on if they qualify for a tax credit and what they do for it. It is going to be what it is. As a result, their customer experience, because it's going to be what it expects, is a higher probability of creating the raving fan. As a kid, my grandpa used to always tell me, he said, a clean conscience makes the softest pillow. And I think if we always do what's best for the customers and put them in the best possible scenarios for themselves, that clean conscience is going to result in a happy customer. That happy customer is going to result in more referrals for you guys. In fact, we were reading a study the other day that said basically something to the effect of, people trust online reviews as much as they trust neighbors. And I think the number that they had with it was slightly over 80% of the people trust online reviews as much as they trust neighbors. I'll promise you, your customers and potential customers and your future customers are going to be looking at your reviews, and they're going to be looking at how are you treating your current customers. What you're doing today is going to affect what you're in business and how you're in business and the business that you do in the coming years. So I would challenge you guys, do what's best for the customer, put them in the best situation, and that is basically paying it forward when it comes to future marketing.